Hello everyone, Mr. Yates here and welcome to the Foundation and Key Stage 1 PE lesson for this week, whereby we're going to be looking at balancing. We're going to look at balancing soft objects on our body, and we're going to finish with the Scarecrow game at the end. To start off with, what do we need to do in our PE lesson? That's right, we need to do a warm-up. And for our warm-up game today, we're going to play the pirate ship game. We're going to go on a bit of a journey. Okay, we're going to see if we can find some treasure. So, for that we need to pack up a bag. So, open up your bag and we're going to fill it with lots of things, okay, that are going to be really important on our journey. So make sure you bend your knees, pick everything up and fill your bag, okay. Tie it up, make sure it's good and tight, and now you're going to lift. Oh, it's a very, very heavy bag. Are we ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3, lift! Oh! And you're going to put it on your back. Oh! Right, now we are ready to go. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get in the car and we are going to drive to the airport. So steering wheel's ready and driving around. Off we go, changing direction, making sure we don't crash into anything. Fantastic, might go a little bit faster. And stop there. Now, on our journey, we have got a captain. So if you ever hear me say, "Captain's coming," you're going to salute and you're going to say, "Aye, aye, Captain." Okay, so we'll have a little practice. Captain's coming. Fantastic, boys and girls. So, we've arrived at the airport, and guess what? We're going to catch a plane. So get your aeroplane wings ready, and flying around. Off we go. Lots of change of direction. Flying all the way, as high as you can, as low as you can. Changing your levels, changing your speeds. Captain's coming! Fantastic, boys and girls. So we have arrived at this very, very beautiful island. We are at the top end of the island and we need to get to the bottom end of the island where we're going to catch a boat. So to get to the bottom of the end of the island, we're going to go on a train. So are we ready? We're going to get our train arms ready, okay, and we are catching the train. Choo-choo! Choo-choo! Get those knees nice and high on your train. Captain's coming! Fantastic, boys and girls. So we have gone from the north end of the island all the way down to the south end of the island. And now we are ready to catch a boat. Because if you take out your map, it's in this bag somewhere. Right, take it down. Oh, I think it's there. Oh, it's in this pocket here. Take your map out, have a look, and you'll see there is an island just down in the corner here that we are going to sail to. Okay? So put your map back in your bag. Oh, backpack on, and we are going to sail to this tiny little island on our map. So we need our giant steering wheels now because we are taking charge of a very big ship. Big steps, big arms. It's a really big boat. Wow, your boat is huge, boys and girls. Captain's coming! Fantastic. Right, we have arrived. And if you can see over there, there is a beautiful beach. Okay, but to stop our ship from sailing away, we need to drop the anchor. So you've got to lift the anchor. You ready? Oh, lift! Oh, it's so heavy. And lift again. Oh, it's just too heavy. Are you ready? Oh, pull, 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 pull. 1, 2, 3, and lift, and throw it over the side, and make sure you feed out the rope, feed out the rope, and then give it a good pull. So lock it into the sand to make sure our ship doesn't disappear on us. And now we are going to go and visit that beautiful island. So we need to get our swimming suits on. Okay, make sure you zip it up. Okay, put your backpack on. Now we're going to put our swimming goggles on and we are going to climb the ship. Climb to the top. Oh, we're nearly there. Keep going. Oh, we're getting to the top. Oh, hold your balance. Don't fall in the water yet. Are you ready? Hold your nose, bend your knees, and jump into the water and swim. Swim, 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 swim. Swimming around to the island. Oh, get those arms moving. We don't want to sink. Captain's coming! Aye, aye, Captain! Oh, boys and girls, you are doing so well. Are you starting to feel nice and warm? I can tell you I am. We've arrived at the beautiful beach on this magnificent island. But because the sun has been glaring down on the sand all day, it is rather hot. So we've got to do quick feet. Don't burn your toes. Really quick feet. Ooh. So hot. Keep those feet moving, boys and girls. Really fast feet. Ooh. Captain's coming. Wow, so we've made it across the really hot sand. Oh, we are lucky. We can take our swimsuit off now. Give it a shake, shake all the water off. Okay, put it down to dry in the sun. Take our swimming goggles off, put them down there as well. Fantastic, okay. Now, we are going to go through a magnificent forest, okay. But if you look around, you'll notice whilst there's lots and lots of wonderful trees, there's not a path for us to walk through. So we are going to take our swords and we are going to chop, 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 chop. Captain's coming! And we have made a little path through the forest. But there are some really, really big, beautiful trees that we don't want to chop down, and we wouldn't be able to chop down even if we wanted to because they're so big. So we are going to swing through the trees. Off we go, swing through the trees. Reach up as high as you can. Wow, see if you can touch the sky, boys and girls. Captain's coming! Fantastic. We have got through the forest. And as you can see, there is a wonderful cave over there. This cave looks really, really interesting. Do you think there might be a bear inside, boys and girls? There might be. We need to walk really quietly past the cave so that we don't wake the bear. Coming! Oh, wow. Phew. We made it past the bear. That was a close one, boys and girls. Fantastic. So if you take your map out of your bag, you will notice there is a cross up here. Do you think that might be where the treasure is? I think so too. So, look for a cross on the floor. Where is it? Oh, I found mine. Have you found yours? Fantastic. Take your backpack off, open it up, and take out your shovel. And we are going to dig, 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 dig. Keep digging, boys and girls. We're going to find that treasure soon. Oh, wow, look at all that treasure. Isn't it so wonderful? Right, quick, fill the bags. Fill the bags. Fill them up full of treasure. Right, tie them up. Oh, it's even heavier now, boys and girls. Do you think we're going to be able to lift it? You're going to have really strong muscles to do this. Are we ready? 1. Oh, no. 2. Oh, no. We're going to really need to be really strong on this one, boys and girls. Are we ready? And 3. Oh! Wow, we have our backpack on and we are ready to go back to the ship. Are we ready? So, first things first, we need to tiptoe past the gate. We need to swing through the trees. We need to create a path. Chop, 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 chop over the hot sand. Oh, it's so hot. Swimming costume on. Zip. Get those goggles on. Are we ready? Swimming to the ship. You're doing so well. We're nearly there. Climb the ship. Oh, we're nearly there. Keep going, boys and girls. Oh, right. Okay, we're at the top. Hold on tight. One leg over. Oh, the other leg over. Captain's coming. Aye, aye, Captain. Boys and girls, empty your bags onto the deck. And look at all that lovely treasure. Give yourselves a big clap. Well done, boys and girls. You have found treasure. So, boys and girls, having completed your warm-up, how are you feeling? Are you starting to feel warm? Put your hand on your chest. Can you feel your heart beating? How would you describe how it's beating? Is it beating fast or is it beating slow? If you put your hand on your forehead, can you feel a change in temperature? Is it starting to feel warm? If you look at your cheeks in the mirror, what colour is starting to appear on your cheeks? Fantastic. Right, boys and girls, we are now moving on to the balancing part of our session today. So for this, you will need a selection of soft items. You can use a pair of shorts, like I've got here. You could use a beanbag if you happen to have one at home. You could use a t-shirt, anything that's soft, okay? And the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to talk about how we can use our body to balance an object. So if I want to balance something on my body, for example, if I was balancing this beanbag on my head, and I move my head, you can see that the beanbag has fallen onto the floor. So we need to make sure when we're balancing that the part of our body that we're using to control the object stays really still. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do, I am going to make sure I keep my head really still. And I want to think of my head as if it were a table. And if I've got my glass on my table and I wobble the table, my glass is going to fall. So I need to keep my head really still. That means I'm going to keep my head up. That's going to help me because it means I can see where I'm going, and I'm going to keep my table nice and level. I'm going to keep my back nice and straight. And then can anybody tell me what I'm going to do with my arms to help me to balance? That's right, I'm going to use my aeroplane wings like we did in our warm-up. So I'm going to see if I can wear my crown on my head without it falling off. Do you think you can do the same thing with your crown, boys and girls? We're going to see if we can start to move around our area, balancing our crown on our head without it falling off. Wow, you're doing a great job, boys and girls. That is absolutely fantastic. So, we are now going to take our object and we're going to take out our magic wand. And we're going to go abracadabra. And we have turned our object into Polly the parrot. Now, if you think about our warm-up game, we played the pirate ship game. And what do pirates have on their shoulders? That's right, boys and girls, parrots. So we're going to put Polly the parrot on our shoulder. And we are going to see if we can balance Polly whilst moving around our area without Polly falling off its perch. Now that means we're not trapping Polly like this. Polly doesn't like that. Polly does not like that at all. And if we were trapping Polly, would we be balancing Polly? You're right, boys and girls, we wouldn't. So Polly needs to be able to be free to move at any point. So we're going to keep our back nice and straight. Again, we're going to use our aeroplane wings and we're going to see if we can balance Polly on our shoulder. Fantastic, boys and girls. Can we see if we can go a little bit quicker now? You are doing so well. Polly is now going to fly onto our other shoulder. Can you now balance Polly on your other shoulder? Who can go faster? And stop there. Absolutely fantastic, boys and girls. So with your object now, I would like you to see if you can put your turtle shell on. So for our turtle shell, where do turtles have their shell? Well done, on their backs. So we're going to bend our knees. We're going to make our back like a nice flat table. And we are going to put our shell on, just like that. Now, why is it important that I keep my head up rather than looking down? You're right, boys and girls, because otherwise I won't be able to see where I'm going. Again, I'm going to use my aeroplane wings to help me to balance. And I'm just going to walk nice and slowly with my turtle shell on. Oh! Boys and girls, can you work out at home why my turtle shell fell off my back? That's right. Because I didn't keep my table flat. I'll try again, boys and girls. See if I can do it a bit better this time. Fantastic. Let's see if we can go a little bit quicker. Wow, boys and girls. You all look like fantastic turtles. Well done. So we've gone from crowns on our heads, parrots on our shoulders, turtle shells on our backs, and we are now going to make pizzas. So put your hand up if you like pizza. I love a pizza. So you are going to put your object on your hand as if you're carrying a pizza on a plate. Now, if you don't like pizza, it can be anything that you want it to be. But we're going to see if we can balance our object on our hand, as if it were a plate. So you're going to spread your fingers, just like this, okay, and then you're going to give it a squeeze. Is that right? Are we balancing our pizza at the moment? Oh no! Oh, I've got cheese all over my fingers, boys and girls! I shouldn't have squeezed it, should I really? Because if I squeeze it, I'm not balancing it, am I? Oh, silly Mr. Yates. I'll try again. So I need to keep my plate nice and flat, just like this. That's right, isn't it? Right, I'm going to see now if I can move around without dropping my pizza on. Let's see if we can go a little bit quicker. Ooh. Go a bit faster. Ooh. Still not dropped it yet. Ooh, I'm changing plates. Ooh. Ooh. Boys and girls, that's amazing. Absolutely brilliant. Now, when we're balancing something, we said we need to look where we're going so we don't bump into anything. But where else do we need to look? That's right, we need to see if we can look at the object too. Now that would be very difficult when we've got our turtle shell on, but if we're carrying our pizza, we're able to look forwards and look at our object at the same time, which will help us keep it under, you guessed it, control. So we've gone from crowns to parrots to turtle shells to pizzas. We're now going to put our slippers on. So, as we're at home, this is absolutely perfect. We are going to see if we can balance our object on our foot as if we were wearing a slipper. And you are going to see if you can move around, keeping your eye on where you're going, but also watching your object and seeing if you can do so without dropping it. If you need your aeroplane wings, you can use them. If you can do it without, that's fantastic. And you are going to see if you can find a space and then bring your slipper up to your hands. And what shape am I making with my hands, boys and girls? You guessed it, our cup shape. Not only now am I balancing my object on my foot like a slipper, but I'm also standing on one leg, so I'm balancing my body at the same time. And I'm going to see if I can take my object into my cup shape. I'm now going to put the slipper on the other foot, and I'm going to see if I can balance moving around the area without my slipper falling off. Why did my slipper fall off that time, boys and girls? What do I need to do with my toes when I'm balancing my slipper? You're right, I need to point them up. Because otherwise, if I point my foot down to the floor, it's going to fall off. Okay, so I'm balancing my slipper up. Boys and girls, why did that slipper fall off that time? You think I went a bit too fast? I need to slow down, so I've got to point my slipper up to the sky. I've got to keep my arms out, my head up, my back straight, and I've got to go a little bit slower. Is this better, boys and girls? Oh, it doesn't seem to be falling off this time. Thank you for helping me. Now I've found a space, I'm going to see if I can lift. Oh, I'm squeezing my tummy to make sure I don't wobble. Don't wobble, boys and girls, nice and slowly. Make your cup shape. Take your object into your cup shape. Well done. See how many times, boys and girls, you can do that without dropping your object. Fantastic. Well done. So, this time, rather than lifting our slipper up to our hands, we are going to flick our slipper up into the air, and we're going to try and catch it. Okay? So we're going to balance our slipper into a space, okay, without it falling off. And once you've found a space, you're going to flick it up and then try and catch it. Are you ready? On 1, 2, 3. Why did my slipper fall through my hands, boys and girls? I was using my big hands instead of my small hands. I need to try again. So I need to make sure that my hands are closer together and that I watch the slipper into my hands. Okay, so I've got my cup shape. Fantastic. And then where do I bring the slipper? Fantastic, into my body. Well done, boys and girls. So see now if you can walk around balancing your slipper and flicking it up and catching it into your cup shape. See how many times you can do that without dropping your slipper. Fantastic, boys and girls. Right. Can you think of another part of your body where you could balance your object? We've looked at head, shoulders, back, hands, and feet. Can you think of a different part? And now have a little practice at home, balancing your beanbag on a different part of your body. Brilliant, well done. So, we are now going to turn ourselves into an animal, okay? And the first animal we are going to be is a bear. So we are going to make ourselves look like a bear, okay? And you are going to choose a part of your body that you are going to balance your object on whilst moving and looking like a bear. So, I am going to put myself down to the floor, okay, and I'm going to go on all fours. Now to do this, I'm thinking I'm going to balance my beanbag on my head. But you can balance your beanbag anywhere you want to. And I'm going to move around like a big bear. I've got to move really slowly. Got to keep that head nice and still. Oh! And why did my beanbag fall off, boys and girls? You're right, I tilted my head, so I've got to keep my head really, really still. Really still. And then hopefully, my beanbag won't fall off. So, I've shown you a bear. Can you think of another animal that we could use? Oh, how about a penguin? Oh, that's brilliant. Now, where could we balance our beanbag if we were going to be a penguin? Okay. Oh, maybe on our necks. Well done, boys and girls. Fantastic. I'm going to think of one this time. How about a duck? So we're going to do a duck walk, okay? So I'm going to balance the beanbag on my knee, and I'm going to see if I can keep it really still whilst moving like a duck. Wow. How about a caterpillar? So what shape are caterpillars? Yeah, they're really long, aren't they? So we're going to make our body really, really long. Okay, we're going to stretch out. And this time I'm going to balance my beanbag on my hand. And I'm going to see if I can walk my feet up. And then walk my hands out. And then I'm going to walk my feet up. And then I'm going to walk my hands out, but I've got to be really careful because you can see my beanbag's falling off my hand, so I've got to slow down because I'm going too quickly at the moment. Just like that. Boys and girls, can you think of a different animal at home that you can balance your beanbag or your object like? Okay, that you can move around the area like that animal, balancing your object. Try and think of one at home and have a little practice. Boys and girls, you are doing such a great job of your balancing today. I am so proud of you all. We're now going to take those balancing skills and we're going to play a game. So like we said at the start, you need a selection of lots of soft items to play this game. So I've got some shorts, I've got some soft bibs, you could use socks, you could use t-shirts, anything that's soft, okay? That's really important that it's soft and it's not going to hurt you, okay? You're going to put those items on the floor in front of you, okay? Now, to start off with, I'm going to stand with my feet apart and my arms out, just like a scarecrow, okay? And the aim of the game is to balance as many of these items on your body as you can within 1 minute. So after 1 minute, okay, we see how many items we've got on our body, and that is our score. So we get 1 point for every item. If something falls off within that time, okay, you can pick it up and put it back on. But after 1 minute, we stop, and whatever our score is, we're then going to try and beat it, okay? So, you need a pile of soft items on the floor in front of you. You can balance these items on any part of your body, okay? So you're going to pick one up. I'm going to put this one on my head, okay? Now, as I bend down to pick up the next item, if I don't think about my table, and I tilt my head too much, you can see that bib fell off my head, so I would now lose that point. So as I'm picking up items, I've got to be really, really careful that they don't fall off, okay? So, I'm going to pick it up, put it on my head, and as I bend down, I've got to be really careful. Oh, I'm going to put this one on my shoulder. Oh, and I'm going to bend down, I'm going to pick up this one. Oh, I've got a bean bag now, I'm going to put this on my other shoulder like that. Okay, now, after a minute, we would count up the items. So I've got 1, 2, 3 items, okay? Are you ready? On your marks, get set, go! I've got 1. I've got 2. Oh, where am I going to put this one? Oh, I'm going to put this one on my arm. Oh, I've got 3 now. Oh, put this one on my shoulder. I've got 4. Oh. Oh, not quite. Oh, I've got 5. Boys and girls, look, Mr. Yates has got some hair. Wow, look at this. Oh, can I get my last item? Oh no, I've got 2 more. Oh, that's 6. Oh, I've only got 20 seconds left, boys and girls. Oh, that one's falling, that one's falling. Oh, I'm going to try and put this one on top. Right. Oh, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop there, boys and girls. Count how many items you managed to balance on your body as a scarecrow. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many did you get at home? Now I want you to try again, and I want you to see if you can beat your score. Think about how you're going to beat your score. If you go too fast, what's going to happen? If you tilt your body too much, what's going to happen? What parts of your body are you using during this activity? That's a really, really important thing to think about. So I really do need to squeeze my core, I need to make sure I keep my head up, and I need to make sure I use those arms to help me to balance. Fantastic, boys and girls. Once you've tried to beat your score, you can see if you can make it a little bit harder for yourself. I've got a suggestion of how you could try and progress this activity to make it a little bit harder. Maybe we could try taking a step back for our items, so that now we've not only got to pick something up and balance it on ourselves, but we've also got to move to pick up the next item. Okay? So it would look like this. So I've got to step in, pick up my item, balance it on my body. I've got to step back, then I've got to step forwards again, pick up the next item, balance it on my body, step back, and so on and so on. Think about how you could make your scarecrow activity a little bit harder and a little bit more challenging for yourself at home, and see how many points you can get and if you can beat your own score. Boys and girls, I hope you've enjoyed our PE lesson on balancing this week, and I look forward to hearing and seeing you again soon. Next week, I will see you for another multi-skills PE lesson. Take care and enjoy your week.